Hi everyone, it's Kay here. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm going to share with you my finished journal. I've called it Sonata because the collection is called Summer Sonata, and sonata is a musical term. I think it's a kind of piece of music. I'm not a music person, so I hope I've got that right. I'm pretty sure sonata is music related, but I don't know in what context it's in. So I've made my journal out of a file folder. I've got it tied in, some beautiful lace on the side here and here, and the back I've just got the edge here in washi tape, so I don't know whether I'll put some lace on that or not. And the seam, there's a lovely white ribbon for the closure, and I've put a key on there as well because I think it just adds to the whole, like the key to the city kind of thing. I've got this pretty young woman on the front for the front. I've got to get my words all mixed up now because I'm trying to undo this and I can't. I've got glue on my fingers, doesn't help. Well, there's dry glue, but so this is the second time I've tried to do this. So with the file folder, it's got lots of little bits to it where you just take, if lots of things flip out, so this bit flips out, and it's got some things here to go in the journal to be used, tags and whatever. And I made a little booklet out of that Paris guide that I showed you in my last video, and there's me looking for a date inside, and there it is on the front, 1891. And I actually had a look through the book and I thought, oh, the Eiffel Tower, isn't it? Why isn't the Eiffel Tower there? And I had a look. The Eiffel Tower wasn't built until 1897. So this book's actually before that. And I'm pretty sure this is a genuine book. So whoever had it, it was in the 50-cent book bin at my second-hand shop. So I'm so glad. And I sewed these pages in. And I've got some scanned pages in the book itself. But I've also got some real pages from the book, and I've also got some pictures from the book as well here, and some tissue paper from the book. So that's for the owner of the new journal, and I've got those things there. A nice tag that I created using an Eiffel Tower, even though the Eiffel Tower's not even built there just yet in this book, but I made a tag using the Eiffel Tower and some other things. And I did create, now I've put it in and now I've stuck it in now, an envelope using some rose paper. There's nothing in the envelope, but that person can use it however they like, because there's lots of things in this journal that I've included in lots of pockets and things. So I thought that was fun. I can't really see that tag. I might need to put it somewhere else. So here's a journaling card that I made, and I first cut those roses out and created that on the front. Created a pocket out of the doily, and at the back of, and I folded the doily up so there's got a little pocket here and some tags. Included this story of Cinderella because Cinderella was a French story, and this particular story has got it's not like the modern day story. There's got some bits in there where one of the stepdaughters cuts a foot to try and fit in the glass slipper. It was a bit, because this was written in the 1950s, they were a bit unkind. They were not quite so kind as they are now. Made a pocket out of the back of this envelope. This is a paper from Spotlight, a pad I got from Spotlight called Heirloom. There's some things there, like a long tag. Another little journaling spot card. There's something in here as well. I'm not going to put it out. It's a bit of a surprise actually, because I will put it out. This is a passport I made with just some things in there from a passport. You need a passport to get to Paris. That's a English passport, British passport. My husband and I, because we were both born in Britain, can have a British passport. It's out of date though. So that's a tag in there. Create these over the page pocket to go around this page here, which is a flip out. So I've got some things in the double pocket, and there's some things there as well. Didn't trim that very well, did I? Do you want to cut the the edge of the pocket off. That's the trouble. I think that's why I was a bit worried about cutting it off, because I don't want to cut the pocket. This scissors are better. Why didn't I pick this up before? I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to leave that just because I don't want to make a mess of it. Some paper here with a little bit of embossing. A page from the original Paris Walk book about the Louvre. Music paper to write music on. A lovely rose card. Paper to match the collection. More of that paper. More of that Walks of Paris, the old Louvre. Some music paper. I've created a tuck spot here for some original page from the book, from the Paris Walks book. A little journaling card in this envelope here. More of that paper I got from Spotlight. Story about Cinderella. I'm going to find a way to put this pocket. There's more of the doilies. So I've created a pocket there for the card I made. Tag I made, and I cut this using cardstock that's concluded in the Summer Sonata creative kit box. Got some things in here. I made this wide pocket as part of Roxy's weekly challenge, and I made it to fit in this journal, so I've got some things in the pocket, and you can turn it over and write on the back. Made a little decorated paper clip for this page here, the beginning of the next signature. That goes in there to the music card that I got from the second-hand shop. And a journaling card in this pocket here. More about the Cinderella story. And a page from the sonata from the heirloom collection from the DC. Oh, I can never remember how to say the letters. An advert for something made in Paris. Some of the chamomile tea dyed paper. Never done any dyed paper before, so that was the first thing. And a little flip out here that I've tied in to write on. All of these pages you can pull out because they've tied in, so you can pull the pages out to work in them and then put them back. That's why I like the tied in ones. Page from the walk book. Little tuck spot here from the envelope I wrapped around the page, because there's to create a pocket here for this. This is a document holder, and I made that as part of Roxy's weekly challenge. Roxy's weekly challenge, I've got a playlist for that, so you want to check out the playlist. Go and have a look. It shows you how to make those things. I love those cards, they're gorgeous. I'm so glad I found them. I was so lucky. I belonged to this Facebook group called Playing with Paper and Glue, and they were running this challenge, and I had no idea there was a prize attached. And I just, it was called Spruce My Space. So I've been doing some sprucing up on my spaces and putting things together, and just showed a few pictures and whatever. And I got drawn out randomly, and I won a Amazon voucher, because to do something physical would have been too hard for the person who runs the group, because she lives in America. And I bought, with my Amazon voucher, I bought this die, this Tim Holtz die. And as you can see, it's a ephemera holder, and I've got all these little bits of ephemera in there that I've made, or they came in the kit. So this came in the kit, that little thing there. So I think that's fun, a bit of Monopoly money at the back to spend at Paris. Why not? Paris fashion, yes, cost an earth. And that's another flip out. And I put these modern cards in because of the colours, and Paris is the city of love and all that sort of thing. Oh, glue is coming from my fingers, so sorry. More of that chamomile dyed tea. And the story of how I come across chamomile tea is in my last video. Another journaling card here, a little file folder with some things in there that I created from the collection. Cinderella's an advert from the Walks book that I scanned and put in there. And I used this is the file folder that I used to make the journal with, and I just used it on the back of some of the things I created. Maybe I should go back, I should go there as well. I don't know. It's not very robust pocket, so I don't want to make it too heavy. There's another journaling card that I created using this big invitation card. And this is from the original Paris Walks book, and I've stuck it on the back of more of the file folder just to give it a bit of strength, and that's actually a map from the book. And it was torn like that, so I created, still kept it torn. Back of the signature, this opens out. I've got some words in here to be used. Not a lot of words, but just a few. And in this envelope, window envelope, I've got another journaling spot here. And I've used a tissue, not tissue, what do you call them? Those things, serviette to create this this pocket with. And I still need to find a pocket for this home for this somewhere that can be seen. Anyway, so that's the back. It folds like that. It folds like that. It folds like that. And then that's all. And I've signed my book, like Gala Castandini says, and I've signed it with my name, my whole name. Even though I call myself Papercraft with Clay here and on my Etsy shop. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I will put this back in. I've just got to find a better spot for it. Thank you very much for joining me today, and we'll see you again next video. Bye bye.